Okay, welcome to a FKK draft, and like usual, we are going to be taking a rare in the first pack. Sunset Mastodon is essentially just two massive creatures. Admittedly, it's 7 mana, but we can get there, and he's big. There's not a great deal else in this pack. Sunset Outcast is probably one of the best commons in the set. Gomag Angler is fine. Hunt the Weak is alright. Removal. Soul Summons and Refocus. Okay. But we'll be taking the big elephant. Elephant Tribal, here we come. Okay, so we didn't really pass much. The rare's gone from this pack by the look of it. There's a dragon, but he's too expensive. There's decent removal in Reality Shift. Hunt the Weak is fine. Typhoid Rats is probably not too bad, considering we really want to get to 7 mana every turn. Abzan Sky Captain is okay. I don't know, it's out of Reality Shift for me, or Typhoid Rats. Potentially even maybe just the Jungle Hollow. I think I'm going to take the Rats. They almost always trade up. Like, I don't know, that could be wrong. If we get a bolster 5 on him, 6/6. If Typhoid Rats seems fun. Rightio. So the best card in the pack, probably just Reach of Shadows, to be honest, and it is on colour, so that's handy. Another Soul Summons is fine. Harsh Sustenance is good if you get the sort of black-white tokensy deck. But apart from that, there's not a lot in here. Alicia's Vanguard is fine. Another Soul Summons, and the land, of course. But we'll be taking a Reach of Shadows. Okay, so Ancestral Vengeance isn't that great, and Double Black is a bit restrictive. Abzan Kingguard and Battle Brawler are both fine. They're quite decent. I don't think we're really going to be a Battle Brawler deck, so we might be better off taking the Kingguard here. Hooded Assassin isn't too bad. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Kingguard. Right, so there's not much in here. Archers of Quasi, meh. Alicia's Vanguard, meh, okay. Fascination, awful. Another Soul Summons, lots of Soul Summons getting around. Channel Harm, that's actually, it could be a pretty big blowout. What damage would be dealt to you by permanents you control? And permanents you control. Huh. But I think we're probably just going to take the land here. That lets us splash into Sultai, which is obviously in Khans, but we're not giving up anything to take it, so I think that's fine. Rightio. Will the Naga is a fine common. Frontier Mastodon is fine. Feral Krushok, I don't know how to say it, is good. Battlefront Krushok? Let's go Krushok. How are we going to get +1/+1 counters? That's the question. So we really want to be green-black so far. We're not sure if we're going to go into Abzan as yet, so we might not get to the +1/+1 counters. I think... we could maybe just go the Mastodon. We don't... although we can pick up a lot of morphs in Khans to fill our 3-drop slot. Yeah, I'm going to take the Mastodon. Rightio. is this the first backpack? No, not yet. So we got a big fish and enhanced awareness. Not terrible. Windscarred crag. Probably we're not going to be splashing for red or white, or using red and white, I should say. Fearsome Awakening is nice if like it. It can be awesome, put it that way. You can rebuy a Sunset Mastodon or something, that would be sweet, but I think it's probably just a bit too cute. We're going to take the big fish here. Righto, another Fearsome Awakening. Scoured Barrens, that's actually not a bad one, although Grim Contest is decent. If we get like the Toughness Matters deck, like Archer's Parapet would be a good one, Disowned Ancestor would be a good one for this deck. And saying that, Return to the Earth is actually quite good as well. I don't know. I think it's out of Grim Contest or just the land. I'm gonna take the land. That could be a mistake. A Blossoming Sands. So this is our first pack. Yeah. I haven't really played with this deck, this card much, but I feel it's got a bit of potential. You probably have to draft a whole deck around it almost, but it's pretty good. But we're just going to take the land here. We've got decent fixing. We could go into Abzan. We can go into Sultai. Do I want Grave Strength? Nah, he could just do nothing too often, I think. We'll take Formless Nurturing. Huh. Another Blossoming Sands? Come on, open a Siege Rhino or something. I guess we might play Tusker's Cruelty. Take the Archers. Yeah. I guess if we're splashing white, we might play him. And another Cruelty. That wasn't too bad. We didn't get many playables though, which is potentially problematic. But I do like where our fixing is. I think I probably should have taken that Grim Contest over the Scoured Barrens. So, like, especially with those two Blossoming Sands coming back. But yeah, we're not too bad at the moment. We've got, what, 6 decent, like, all playable creatures and good removal. Abzan Ascendancy is a rare. Are we going to be a good Abzan Ascendancy deck? Maybe? Like, it rewards you for having a lot of creatures out when you play it. Because just the Anthem effect of it. And then when they die, you get evasive damage, so to get a bit of last damage too. So I think it's better in an aggressive deck, which I don't think we're going to be. So it's probably not for us. But in saying that, there's not a lot else here at all. Like Dragon Scale Boon is a fine trick, which we might end up taking. Too expensive. Like I don't want another 7-drop. Sidisi's Pet, I guess, is fine-ish, but very unexciting. I think I might just take Abzan Ascendancy and keep it in mind. If we pick up a lot of 2 and 3 cost creatures, it gets a lot better. Yeah, okay, I think we take that. I don't know if we're going to play it, but we'll see. Radio. So we have Feeder Resistance, which is probably the best protection spell in the format. Keru Dreadmore, more of like the Toughness Matters things, but it's not great. Longshot Squad is a card we would be probably wanting for our deck. Thornwood Falls would be more fixing if we went into blue. Actually, we should note that there's an Abomination of Gudul there that could potentially wheel. So, like, I think we're definitely green-black at the moment, I think. Although, admittedly, oh no, we got 3 black cards, I suppose. Yeah, so we're definitely green-black. We're not into white yet, although this could be a decent reason to go into the full Abzan. And we've got good land for it and an Abzan Ascendancy. So maybe that's what we want to do. Long shot squad. I guess we've got some 4s already. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take the feet. Like, it's just really good. Okay, so we have another land for fixing Abzan. We have a kill shot. We have a Smite the Monstrous, which are fine removal spells. We have a Morph, which isn't terrible, but isn't brilliant. This guy is actually better than he first looked. Like, 2 to regenerate isn't much, especially when the game drags out. Like, you can just have a chump blocker forever. But it's an unexciting pick here, I must admit. Probably going to Smite the Monstrous. It can kill things. I like killing things. So that means we're probably going to, yeah, like that puts us pretty solidly into Abzan, you would think. Rob the challenge isn't too bad. What do we have? A kill shot? Smite or kill shot? I'm going to smite. Righto. Take a smite. Radio. Not a lot in here. Actually, that's a lie. Disowned Ancestor is a good one. Good one for our deck. I like it. Shambling Attendants is fine. I don't want to go overworld and delve. We don't really have any delve enablers, and I think I'd rather play a Gomag Angler over the Shambling Attendants. Scout the Borders is a delve enabler, but not a high priority. A Teamer Charm here. Dismal Backwater. That would help us fix for Sultai. But I think we're probably let's move that there. Potentially that. This is kind of looking like in our Abzan deck. We'll add that. Righto, let's go. Okay, Sultai Flare is a great card. A really good card for our deck. Like that would have 4. That would have 4. Abzan Ascendancy can get things up to 4. I think that's, yeah, Sultai Flare is a sweet card. I think that's probably going to be the pick. We're not a Mardu Skullhunter deck. Rakshas's Secret has its moments. There's another Dragon Scale Boon. And Arrow Storm is actually quite good pickup for red. What's that? 12, that's 19. What's that? Pick 5 Arrow Storm? Even Waterwhirl. Like, they're quite good picks in their colours. But solves a Sultai Flare. So, let's take that. Getting kind of heavy at the 4-drop slot here. What do we got? We're not a Defiant Strike deck. That shines in Jeskai a bit more. Alpine Grizzly, maybe we just have to take that just to get our curve a little bit better. Like, I'd like more stuff to do at 3 cost here. Another Thornwood Falls. But nothing makes me want to go into blue here. I think this is a pretty straightforward Grizzly. Dutiful Return can do a bit of work in the right deck, but we'll take the Grizzly Bear. Okay, Hardened Scales. How much Outlast do we have? Oh, how much? +1, +1, 1, 2. Actually, that could get mental with Abzan Ascendancy. Frontier Mastodon, if we can trigger it. Sandstorm Bolster 5 with Hardened Scales. Holy shit. Although it doesn't double it, yeah, my mistake. So that would just be Bolster 6. Much less impressive. Formless Nurturing. We got a bit of +1/+1 counters matters. Like, I don't think we need this big fella. Like, maybe we just take this. This is probably the better bet. No, let's have some fun. Let's maybe play that. Well, look at all the Jeskai open. That's ridiculous. These are all very good cards for Jeskai. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's fine. That has its moments for just, like, falter, can't block, or whatever it's called. So our only pick is this one. That gives us a second delve. I think I'll be playing a Shambling Attendants over the first Tasker's Cruelty. So I'll put that in there. So this is our first pack. Dragon Scale Boon came back. That gives us a nice little combat trick. But again, it's a 4-drop. 4 casting cost card. Siegecraft's awful with all the bounce and stuff in the format. Not to mention, there's a fair bit of instant speed removal. Dragon Sky Boon, that's what we're taking. Okay. Mardu Rough Rider came back. Someone's getting all the Mardu stuff. Kerry Dreadmore, Rakshasa Secret. What are we doing? Secret can help with Delve. The problem is though, I think that's better in a pure sort of control-y card advantage deck. Like you strictly 2 for 1 them, and then you go from there. I think we're more likely to play this, to be honest, even though we're not going to be putting it in our main deck. Summit Prowler? How is that still there? Like, I think that's a solid card. I think we could use this as a, if there's some sort of board stall game. Put it in the sideboard though. Scout the borders might be playable. Well, we take the Sandbar, Tigum Scheming, and a Swamp. Probably don't want to play this. I think I'm happy playing everything here at the moment. What's that, 16? So we need another 6 playables. So ideally we'd want to pick up probably a couple of decent morphs. Maybe a couple more removal. Maybe some 2-drops. What a good... Air of the Wilds would be sweet. Air of the Wilds. What else? Maybe Secret of the Way. I know. Oh, the First Strike dude. What do we got? So Trap Essence is a rare that we won't be playing. Watcher of the Roost. I quite like that card. Evasion is fine. We have the King of the Morphs. We have Debilitating Injury, which is a fine removal, which might actually be our pick here. It'd be nice if that came back, but I don't necessarily think we need it. Like, we've got a big... Although, admittedly, we can cast that on turn 3, whereas this one, we just can't. So we take Debilitating Injury. Do we get one of these 3 back? Because one of these 3... We probably... So the next 7 picks would be... We have to think that would go, that would go. 3, 5, 6... Yeah, we probably don't, to be honest. We probably don't get one of them back. But I think Debilitating Injury is fine here. Removal is good. Hey, there's an Air of the Wilds for us. Actually, Bitter Revelation is a good one. Longshot Squad is also a good one. I think I'm going to go with the 2-drop here, because I can just, you know, trade up. Or, yeah, trade for a morph, either or. And we've actually got a reasonable amount of Ferocious. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. Actually, that's not very reasonable. There's only 3. Yeah, but I mean, 2-drops work better with Abzan Ascendancy as well. Yeah, I think Air of the Wilds here. It'd be nice if we got this or this back, but that's probably a bit ambitious. Air of the Wilds. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Ooh, Pine Walker. That's a good card. Another Longshot Squad. There's a few Longshot Squads getting around. All the reach. Pony Back Brigade. Sultai Scavenger, which is actually a good card also. I don't think I can pass this Pine Walker though. Scavenger, what are we on? 18. So that would be a 3rd Delve as well. I would prefer to play a Scavenger over this Shambling Attendants. I think I'm going to take the Pine Walker. We might get, what? Scavenger, Longshot Squad would be what we want back. Yeah, we're probably not getting that back. No. Righto, let's get me a Pine Walker. Is that our only morph? That's not ideal. Villainous Wealth. Ha! How many... we've only got the 1 Thornwood Falls. Oh, that would be sweet. Actually, there's a Sandstep Citadel there. That's pretty handy for our deck. A Villainous Wealth would be fun. No, why couldn't we just have ended up in Sultai somehow? Damn it, Feeder Resistance. It's all your fault. There is another land for us here, but I mean, obviously we're taking the Citadel over the Scoured Barrens. The other option, like another 2-drop there, Like helps with Absent Ascendancy, but I don't think I'd rather be taking the Sage Eye Harrier, I think. But yeah, this fixing is cool. Let's do that. Sultai, all the Sultai. Elephant Tribal. Throttle, Awaken the Bear, Hooting Mandrills. Huh. So we've got, hang on, 12 creatures. I guess 13 with Formless and Nurturing. See, we're not overly, like, Greathorn and Shamelier Tenants are fine, but they're not amazing. Hooting Mandrills, we kind of can't really play it. Throttle gives us, what removal do we have? Smite the Monstrous, Reach of Shadows. Is that it? Oh, Debilitating Injury. I think we could probably use a Throttle. We might get Awaken the Bear back. Yeah, let's take a Throttle. Throttle. Ugin's Nexus. So was the only time thing was Temporal Trespass that came out after that? Unless they're bringing Emrakul out in Battle for Zendikar or something. Although Emrakul's getting printed in Modern Masters 2015, so doesn't sound like they would. But anyway, getting away from the not so mythic rare, there's an Archer's Parapet. I love this card. I think it was Reed Duke that thinks he would be in like the top 10 people in the world that has activated this card's effect. Like, I think it's a great card. And obviously Reed Duke does as well. So, Mardo Hateblade is terrible, but we're taking that. Oh, an Abzan Charm? Whoa, well, it's kind of coming together here. That gives us our 22nd playable. Like, I think we definitely want to go 18 land with the Mastodon. So that is fine. That is brilliant, that card. We couldn't ask for anything better. Elephant Tribal. But no, let's take this. Righto, so we have a Dragon Scale Boon for a bit of a trick. We have an Erase for a potential sideboard card if someone bloody has a Citadel Siege or something retarded against us. Hang on, let me think. So, Dragon Scale Boon. Oh, I've already got one here. Yeah, I don't think we want two. Like, I don't think there's room for two in the main deck, and it doesn't seem a brilliant sideboard card. So, I think Erase is probably the best pick here. Playing the sideboard. The Snowhorn Rider's still there. Wonder if anyone's, yeah, someone could be getting paid off with Teema to my left. But in saying that, we don't want to Defiant Strike. Carry Dreadmaw, we have one to potentially bring in. Would we ever bring in two from the sideboard? I don't think so. Okay, let's take that. Well, Goblin Slide, LSV clearly isn't in this draft pod. Shiny Elk. Brave the Sands. That can be annoying. Yeah, let's take that. I'm not sure if we'll play it, but so be it. Dutiful Return. We will bring that in some sort of just grindy game. So this is Pet. Actually, it's not too bad. Like, if someone gets like the Ponyback Brigade deck, like Lifelink is handy. I don't think we need this guy. Rather take the Pet. Swift Kick over Benner, because, you know, it's a Benner. Body him in a Spring. Righto, so there we are. It didn't turn out too bad, I don't think. I think it's not terrible. Question is whether we can play Hardened Scales. Can we play Hardened Scales? It's just it's a do-nothing enchantment. Like, if we draw it later on in the game, it's kind of awful. Yeah, no, we can't do that. Nope. Okay, this is what we're doing. So, we got... so I'll take that down there. So curve look like? That's creature that's not. It's a creature that's not. Pine Walker's a morph. Do we have to play this Great Horn of the Krushok variety? The other options would be Archers of Quasi, a Scout the Borders, Arts of Sorcery. I think that was an instant we might play it, but like the other option, the Krushok, is maybe the Sidisi's Pet. Dutiful Return, probably not. I think we maybe just have to keep that. But no, that's probably the most unexciting. Anyway, Go Mad Angler, we're going to discount that to a 4-drop. Discount that to a 5-drop. That's up there, 7. Okay, so that's not too bad. What's that give us? 14 creatures, 8 non-creature spells. Removal, protection. There's only 2 sort of non-removal, non-creature spells, which I think is probably where you want to be at. Well, I guess technically Feeder Resistance is one of them as well, but that's just awesome. You can play as many of them as you want. Not literally, but you know what I mean. I think that's fine. Like, if we have a problem with flyers, we can bring in Archers. Maybe we just want that over Great Horn. No. Yeah, so I think this deck would really like that Grim Contest. But this seems fine. My only problem is these 2 Delvers could get a bit awkward because we don't really have much, you know, self-mill / stuff to fuel Delve. So maybe I even cut one of them. But yeah, we don't have many other options though. Like, it's only really the Archers or maybe Sidisi's Pet, but like Sidisi's Pet can just be awful. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna run with this. So Sandstep Citadel comes in, Scoured Barrens comes in, Blossoming Sands. Like, our mana is good. Like, that is fine mana. Okay, so we start off like, so we're mainly black-green, we're only splashing white for a bit of non-creature stuff. Like, we don't need Feet, Abzan Charm, or Smite the Monstrous on curve. Abzan Ascensi, I guess we don't need that turn 3 either. Like, odds are if we got that turn 3, we've only got 2 things out to pump up anyway. So having early white isn't really much of an issue. So 4, we would probably get away with 1 plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 2 plains. We'll go with 2 plains. 2 plains. That leaves what, 12 land slots. So green, we've got 3 green and 4 black. So I think we go 9 black sources. Maybe we can even do that. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white sources. 6 white sources. Is that enough? Thing is, are we ever going to want to do 2 things in the one turn? Like 2 white things in the one turn. Like, I mean, I'm sure it will come up, but probably not. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 black sources. That's not enough. I must have miscounted before. 8 black sources. I would like a 9th black source, please. There we are. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 green sources. 8 green sources. So it's 8 green, 8 black, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Maybe, yeah. So we probably don't need that many. So maybe we do go green over black. Can we cut a plains? So you like to cut a plains and add the forest, because we don't want to have like these in our opening hand and not the mana to cast them, even though it's unlikely. Like a mana is fine. I just want to reduce that risk as much as possible. But the balance is jeopardizing the white. Okay, so I'm going to stick with 6 white sources. Nine black, 5, 8 green. I feel like I need more green. I need more green than black. Righto, so swamp gone, forest in. Okay, let's roll with that. See how we go. See you for round 1.